Hey, what's going on, guys? The Film Fan Reviews. You already know me, and I know it's been a while. I keep saying in every video that I'm gonna make more, but all of this quarantine stuff and everything that's happening now is all just crazy, so I want to get back into making more of these videos to try to entertain y'all as well as try to keep myself busy during this time, so I decided, you know what? This morning I went and watched the new Scooby-Doo movie called Scoob. Originally, it was supposed to come out in theaters, but with all the COVID-19 going on, probably not the best idea to have people going into theaters, so I think it was a smart move to release it on the digital platforms. And honestly, my expectations were fairly low. I was a huge fan of Scooby Doo as a kid. I used to watch Scooby Doo Where Are You, What's New Scooby Doo, all the different movies that they used to put out straight to VHS and all that stuff. Huge fan. And honestly, I've fallen off the past few years of all the different renditions they've been doing and all the different versions, but I thought, you know what, it's going out in theaters, I might as well check it out. Some news that made me not want to check it out at all, which we will talk about in detail in this video, is the fact that Matthew Lillard was not involved, as well as wasn't even told that he was being replaced. Very dirty moves, we'll get into that in a little bit, but I want to talk about Scoob overall first. Now, like I said, my expectations were fairly low. It is very much a children's movie. If you were a fan of Scooby Doo, you'll still get some of that familiarity from all the different characters and plot points, honestly. It's not going to be anything drastically different, but it's very much for children. All of the humor pretty much is there for children. There are some adult jokes that parents will get, but overall, I was fairly bored by the entire movie, honestly. I think it'd be better watching it through a child's eyes, honestly. I think it's a fine movie for kids. There's a lot wrong with it, though. I mean, all of the voice actors were pretty good for the most part, other than having Will Forte as Shaggy just did not work for me at all. His voice was way too different. He just didn't sound like the character we've known and loved for the past 30 plus years for a lot of us. Not me. I'm only 24. Anyway, his voice just didn't match the character to me at all, and Matthew Lillard was very missed. I became a fan of Matthew Lillard at a very young age when the original live action movie came out.
A chocolate covered eggplant burger.
Huge fan of that movie. I still watch it over and over again to this day. And just hearing him be treated this way was really, really terrible because he's worked with Warner Brothers on all these animated projects for years. He's been the voice of Shaggy since, what was it, like 2003 or something like that? I'll correct myself with a little thing at the bottom here, but he's been that voice forever, and everyone got used to that. And just the fact that I would have been fine if they would have replaced him if they would have told him about it. The fact that he came out to the public and basically said, had no idea this was happening, kind of hurt my feelings. It definitely left a sour taste in a lot of people's mouths, including my own. Because I've been a fan of him since then. I mean, even the first horror movie franchise I really got into, and honestly, the first horror movie I got into was Scream. And obviously, if you've seen Scream, you know that he plays a big factor in that. I'm not going to spoil it, but he's pretty awesome in the movie, but pretty crazy. Anyway, I mean, even the rest of the cast was fine. You had Zac Efron as Fred. You had Gina Rodriguez as Velma. I can't remember exactly who Daphne is at the moment, but we also had another character in this movie that was voiced by Mark Wahlberg, who, at first I didn't even realize it was him, but once I realized it, it was very hard to not notice it. And we even had a villain which younger audiences probably have no idea who he is, other than I think they restarted it on their Boomerang streaming service, but a character from Wacky Racers named Dick Dastardly is the main villain of this movie, which was very surprising, honestly, because I honestly forgot about that character, other than the occasional meme that pops up on Facebook every now and then, but it was interesting that they chose that character out of anybody, so I'm guessing if they continue on with these movies, that they might play around with that Hanna-Barbera universe with Scooby-Doo being in that, which could be interesting, I guess, but this first movie just really didn't do it for me. I'm sure a lot of people probably will like it, especially if you have children. The children are gonna enjoy it. I mean, it's just goofy fun, and you'll probably find some enjoyment with it if you were a fan of Scooby-Doo, honestly, because it wasn't unwatchable. I'm not gonna say that by any means, but it just didn't capture that Scooby-Doo feeling for me personally. Now, on a rating scale, I normally try to lean nicer when it comes to these animated children's movies because I'm obviously not the intended audience, but on my rating scale of 5 stars, it's probably a 2.5 out of 5, honestly. It's not something I'll probably rewatch other than if someone else would like to watch it with me. And honestly, I think there are more Scooby-Doo things to watch that are better usage of your time, honestly, because it just it didn't capture that childhood feeling that I wanted it to for me personally. But if you're a fan of it, awesome. I hope you loved it, and share your thoughts with me down in the comments. I'd love to have a conversation about it. And yeah, I want to talk about one more thing right now, and that is the current state of the world. As we all know, all of these terrible things are happening right now, including the murder of George Floyd. I'm going to say that straight up. It was a murder. The other cops need to go to jail along with that other guy, and they all need to be prosecuted to the maximum because this is a terrible thing that's happened. It's a terrible thing that keeps happening. And 100% Black Lives Matter. I am with everyone. I hope humanity just needs to come together in general. We all need to be good people. I can't really speak on this topic too much. I just wanted to say that I hope everyone stays safe during this time and that we all just need to come together and be good people. And that's it for today, guys. Please like this video, comment your thoughts like I said before. Subscribe to my channel, it would do me wonders, and I promise you right now that more videos are coming sooner than later because I just need to keep doing this because I personally enjoy it. Maybe some of you enjoy it, I really don't know. Tell me that too. I'd love to hear your thoughts and how I could improve stuff. Obviously, this isn't my normal microphone, but I could not find it at the moment. And we're kind of bare bones, and where we're filming at right now, we're in my car right now. Obviously, you can see the steering wheel, but we're working on stuff, and hopefully more cool things are going to happen in the future. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys, and stay safe.